Welcome to Messina.
I'm Paul Bonarigo. Welcome to Messina Hof. So Messina Hof has been around since 1977. We were actually the fourth winery in the state of Texas. We're dedicated to producing gold medal winning wines from Texas grapes. We make 33 different varieties of grapes and over 90 wines. We're sold in 9 states and we sell direct to consumer to 30 states. So we're very blessed to have many people who drink Messina Hof, and at the estate here we have a restaurant, we have a bed and breakfast, we do tours, we do events. We really encompass every element of what wine and food is all about in the experience. So it's a lot of fun, and we really are dedicated to letting people come out and experience what wine is and let them really come closer to Messina Hof. The Bonarigo family actually made wine back in Messina, Sicily. So I'm the 7th generation Paul Bonarigo making wine. I am the 2nd generation here in Texas, but the tradition of making wine has been around for 7 generations now. So it's a family tradition. It's also very important to our whole family. The reason why we're as involved as we are is part of our motto is join the family. We want people to feel like this is more than just about drinking a wine. This is about really hearing a story, being a part of an amazing artistic process. And so we want to be able to teach that. We want to be able to educate people on wine and make it more approachable. Well, you know, back in the 70s when my parents got started, there really wasn't a wine culture. It was, most people drank beer and liquor. There was almost no wineries. And so whenever they got started, people said, you're crazy to open a winery. Transition that to the 90s, you start seeing this emergence of really people believing in Texas wine and where it can go in the future. It still is very small at that point, but really you start seeing a statewide presence on a much larger scale. And then come into the 2008 to 2018, those 10 years has been almost a renaissance. It's not only are people experiencing Texas wine and drinking more Texas wine, now we're seeing a national audience that wants to drink, and we're seeing amazing awards, not just from Messina Hof, but from other Texas wines as well. So it's a really good time to be in the Texas industry. The quality of fruit that we're seeing now, the number of vineyards have exponentially increased, and now we have enough grapes to supply most of the wine that's made in the state. When you understand the process, it brings you closer to the wine. It makes you understand it more. It makes you appreciate it more. And so we have always felt that it is part of our mission, is part of who we are, is to educate on the winemaking process and to really teach people about the wine world. And so that goes into our Harvest Festival. It goes into, even when you come into a tasting, we really try to make sure that we're educating on what that product is. And a lot of wineries, they kind of shut their doors to people during harvest. We feel the opposite way. We want to open the doors. We want people to come in and see the process and really become closer to it so that they can appreciate it more.